Welcome back to our channel Coding Pills. Just like taking small pills of knowledge every day. So today we are going to solve questions that is a Java program for printing hollow rectangle star pattern. What is meaning of that rectangle star pattern? It means if you remember my previous program where we are printing the square hollow pattern and this is the rectangle hollow patterns. What is the difference between that? In the square hollow patterns, the width and length is same. As you can see here, width is same and length is same. Everything is same in the square. But in the rectangle, the length is different and the width is different. Width is always smaller and the length is always longer. That represent the rectangle hello. Hard to print in our program. So let's implement this. First of all, import your main method. Inside of main method, what are the things you need? First of all, need are two variables which represent the row and column. First int position rows is equal to, let's take 5, okay, and int column column is equal to 10. After this, need a for loop to printing the hello. So this is the outer loop which represent the rows. So int I is equal to 1, I less than is equal to rows, r or is rows, and I plus plus. Okay, this is the condition. This is the first condition which represent the rows in wherever we need to print the star. Let me comment here. Let me comment here. Outer loop, outer loop for rows, outer rows, and the inside of inner loop which represent the column need okay, need a for loop int j is equal to starting from the 1 which is represent the column, and j should less than is equal to column, column, and j plus plus. This is the our conditions which you have to going through the all the indexing from the here to here. So coming from here to here, you have to need this for loop. But the condition is you have to print in the first row you have to print the star, last column you have to print the star, and the first column you have to print the star, and last row you have to print the star. For that, what is the conditions you need? First of all, need a condition called I is equal to 1. When the iteration of I is equal to 1, what you need to print? The first row you have to print the star. This is the first condition. Second, the last row what we have 4. This is the 4. When the I becomes the 4, you have to when the I is equal to n or is equal to rows, you have to print the uh, star, because the rows what we have for 5 means last rows. So when the I becomes 5 means when the I becomes the 5 and the rows becomes the 5 means the last row, then you have to print the star, right? And the last column what we have column 5. That means the last iteration of the column is 5, means the column should be a 10. Column should be same as your uh, j values, j and column. So when the j is equal to column, you have to uh, print the star here. To how to implement this? First of all, take a conditions. If the first row, what will be the conditions? I is equal to 1. Okay, this is the first conditions. Or the second conditions, you have to in the last row you have to print the uh, star. For that, when the I is equal to when the I is last iterations, means if, let's suppose if the iteration of 5 and is equal to rows is 5, then it will be the last row, then you have to print the star. Then the next iterations, next conditions, when j is equal to I, when the j is equal to I, sorry here, when the j is equal to I, you have to print the star. But this is the column of 1 and the I is equal to 1. You have to print the I in the place of one column. Then not the I, sorry, 1. The place of index of 1. In the index of 1, what we have j is equal to 1. In the column of 1, what you have to print the star. That is called the j is equal to 1. And sorry, we are forgetting to add the or operators and or the last. So the last one is when the j is equal to column, means when the j and the column is equal to, you have to print the star. Just sys out, sys out, print a star here, and just make sure it is the print statement instead of println. And else what you need to print? Else you have to print sys out, sys out space, and come out the for loop, the inner for loop, and printing the next line for the every iterations. Every When the output is printed, we have to come out the next line and printing the star in the next line. So this is the our conditions when the I is equal to 1 and I is equal to rows and j is equal to 1, j is equal to column. Then you have to print the star. Let's run this program and see what we will getting. We will getting the space. Why? Because here adding the println statement instead of you have to write the print statement. That is why. Run it again. See, we will getting the rectangle hello. To make sure it is a rectangle of hello, we have to take 20 here. Run it again. Now it looks the rectangle hello. What if it's a square hello pattern? Then the rows and columns would be a same numbers of length and width. Let's run it again. See, this is the square hello pattern. This is the way of you can solve these problems. That's all about these videos. Thank you for watching. Coding feels just like taking small pills of knowledge every day.